Guys, it's Lex, and today is another episode of Grinding to Top 200, or should I say Top 100. So here, let's see. So this episode, I've been, nope, not this deck, sorry. I was on Amaryllis burn. Let me just order the deck. So that's the list I was using. The minor changes I added in one, my body as a shield, and one soul release in the side deck. There were not here during the run, and that's the only changes I made. So I'm gonna share the replays. So first, let me see. Did you record? So I think I went on like 5 or 6 6 win streaks. Then I lose twice. So I'm gonna show a few wins and a loss. So for the very first match, I was against a pretty high-rated player version of the game. So let's see. So I won rock paper scissors. So I start. Yeah, he's playing 44. And he's playing Krystia Swan, I guess. So he has an answer for the Landfire, but I have such a good hand, and I have like another Landfire, and I have the Amaryllis setup. So my start is pretty good, and I also have the Torrential Tribute. I have some backup for next turn. And now let's see what he got. So we saw one solar recharge, we saw a second solar recharge. So here he already has 3 fairies in the grave, but only one name for Judgment Dragon. So he goes for solar recharge. And now just like this, he went to 5 fairies. So Krystia is not live, but he got 3 names for Judgment Dragon. So that's a pretty good start for him. Then he goes for Gorz Sarcophagus and get the Judgment Dragon. So we know in 2 turns he got Judgment Dragon, so we have to race him. But you already see he has a threatening roar, so he's already buying a turn for him. And he has the Necrogarna. So he chooses to set the Plague, I guess, to try to set up a Synchropay next with the Necrogarna. So now we can just go for Landfire again, get the Titanial, and now we can attack with Titanial freely. We are not fearing the Raikou, so the best option for him would be Hamster. But it's just a Plague, so we attack once with Amaryllis and it works, so we get him lower. And life point will be pretty important, because Judgment Dragon, you have to pay 1,000 life points, and yeah, with Amaryllis we can kind of lock him out of this effect if we go fast enough. And now we don't really have much to do, but the Hidden Armory would be pretty great next turn if we get DDR and discard Necrogarna. To get back Loudfire, I make a second Titanial, but that's pretty much it. So now, here, well, I know he can be fearing the sets, but he could also go anytime he wants. He can go for a Synchro 5 and make Catastrophe out the Titanial, and pretty much all the board. So he said the roar. We top deck the DDR, so we make the play I was talking about. But he has the threatening roar, and here that's pretty bad because he can Judgment Dragon anytime he wants, and he clears both Titanial. So now he goes for Raikou. Of course we negate because we don't want him to get the meals. Then he goes for Judgment Dragon, so we are forced to use Torrential. Just like I said, we have to use the Amaryllis effect. It's pretty good because we get him under 4k. Now for the second Judgment Dragon, because we know that Krystia will never be live, you have to pay 1,000 again, so the hand doesn't look so great, but we might make it happen. So now it's our turn. He gained a few life points with Magical Android. So we get the DDR just to get the Titanial, clear the Magical Android, and set up a second Amaryllis. Let me check. Yeah, we already have 4 plants, and we have a Necrogarna anytime if he ever top decks the Judgment Dragon. So we go for DDR, get the Titanial, and now we can try to to crash, but to beat Magical Android. But we know he has the Necrogarna in the grave, and he chooses to use it. That's fine. So in the end phase, we go double Amaryllis, I guess, and we see. Let's see what the top decks. We also have our own Necrogarna. This means we can protect the Amaryllis. He top deck a Honest, which is pretty good, so he passes his turn. I try to attack, and that's a pretty good top deck, so he has one Titanial, and he gets one more turn because the Amaryllis can clear the magical injury. So I think the top deck Honest was pretty much the best top deck he could make in his deck. So he set a Raikou, get some life points, so we clear the magical android, we get some meals, we clear the Raikou, he clears Amaryllis, it's fine. So now he just lost all the life points he gained with magical android, and then we set Dandelion for a potential top deck Judgment Dragon. And now we try to apply more pressure. There's no more Raikou, we saw the 3 of them. We try to attack directly, and yeah, that's just game. So we're going to game number 2, and this time he starts. And I think he opened, yeah, pretty poorly. He just have the Heron going on. So here we can go Lone Fire, but he has the he has the Air for the second time. So we go double trading. Yeah, the end was pretty good, and we pass the turn. He attacks directly, and he gets 3 more meals with this Heron, but he's not meaning very great. So we get back a Titanial with Monarch fertilizer, and thankfully he doesn't have Honest. And then we can just set the Karma Cut. Special summon one Amaryllis is set again. So his end is pretty bad, so yeah, we just have to apply as much pressure as we can. So that's what I do, and we get double Titanial and set up double Amaryllis. So now we just have to race him. We hit the wrong one with Eren, and we just bounced the hamster. It would have been nice if you could have bounced the Necrogana, but yeah, that's how it is. So we attack the Raikou. You just go for the meals. Okay, then we attack with Amaryllis. He takes it. And he chooses not to use the Gorz. I don't really know why. And let me see. So now he has three fairies and how many names? And he has the 4 names. So we know Judgment Dragon can come down now. So we get back. Oh yeah, he chooses not to use Gorz because he wants to Judgment Dragon me the next turn. So he's just saving it. So we got double Amaryllis, and now, I mean, with how much life points he's gonna lose out of those double Amaryllises, I think the Gorz is never live. And we mill a few. So here I thought this Wolf, which is pretty bad. So he goes for Judgment Dragon, use the priority. So I think we just banish it because we don't want him to recycle it with Beginning Light, I guess. So we go Karma Cuts. He cleared the whole board, but it's getting very low. And double Amaryllis are coming back next turn. We get the tokens to wall up. So yeah, so just like taking the Forbidden Chalice. So you get the Gorz, but we get double Amaryllis anyway. So we just Chalice because I think Chalice is the only card that can save Sifia as a top deck Eren. So yeah, this card Wolf get the Eren, like I said, like I called it. So we just use the Chalice, and yeah, we can just attack for game. So you can use Necrogana, and yeah, that's just it. So yeah, that's it for game number 1. Thankfully, we had a better start than him, so we just outrace him. But you see, my luck won't stand for the whole video. So game number 2. We have Alex, and I don't remember. So he's also playing a big deck, so he's on the 46 in his main decking, Herald of Green Light for some reason. So I open Lone Fire to Titanial again, and I press a Davy Storm. It doesn't have anything, so I attack directly. Play the Gorz, which is fine. I can just go Foolish, get Amaryllis, set a few traps. Not a few traps, just the Phoenix Wing Blast. So we change the Trinade on the token and discard Mystical Spectaphone because he's not setting anything, so I figured it doesn't run traps. Not that much. I let him take control because here I was thinking what double tribute can he have in his decks? And he had the Trag, so that's cool, but I mean, Titan already tried with the Brain Control and 800 life points. We already have the setup for Cluster Amaryllis, and we have a Deep Prison for whatever is summoned, so we're fine. So yeah, just go for trading again. Top deck the Jebu Dragon, which is pretty good, so I can make a Black Rose just to push more damage, get him even lower, and yeah, just set Phoenix Wind Blast whenever I set something. So I get him lower even. And he said something, so I can go Phoenix Wind Blast to make him lose a draw. I attack directly, he gets even lower, and then yeah, with one more Amaryllis hits, that's just game. So there's not much to fear, and also he's being part of Avarice, which means he has no setup in the grave at all. So yeah, we're going to game number 2, and this time he starts. And yeah, he has the royal decree, which is pretty good, and a few recruiters. But I found the Eren, so that's pretty good. So Eren will just clear the Shining Angel, so that's pretty good. I said 2. Get Amaryllis back, and it goes blind MST on the trap, so that's fine. I tried to go trap the shoot, but he main deck, I mean, he side decking Royal Decree, so he cleared the Amaryllis, but it doesn't matter. So here, I think I go, yeah, I discard the trap and get the Titanial. He used the Honest, which is fine, it's a good trade. So I just put the Aaron in defense because I don't want him to crash Shining Angel. But I think, yeah, I'm okay with him crashing into the Titanial because it will get more damage, and I have the Mark of the Rose to steal the Krystia if he has it in hand. But he doesn't. So he just clear a token. And yeah, that's very bad. So yeah, I go Mark of the Rose, I steal the Shining Angel. I attack with Eren, negates with a Titanial, and then I just attack directly with everything. And thankfully he didn't have the Krystia in hand, so that's exactly lethal here. So that's it for game number 2. Going to game number 3 this time. I lost rock paper scissors. My opponent is playing. He's playing Monarchs. So let's see. Open the Tribune Frog access with the Swap Frog. So yeah, doesn't set anything because I don't want to play into the Riser, and he's playing Riser. So yeah, and it's like a spell, which is pretty bad. So still, I play it as slow as I can because I have a pretty bad start. Finally found a Lone Fire starter. So I get Titanial, I can clear Testalos, and also have the Miracle Fertilizer to get back the Titanial. So then he goes for Swamp Frog, attack directly once. I go for Diffusion because I think there won't be better targets, so I can Special Summon back the Titanial once. And here I made a mistake. In fact, I should have set the Mirror Force, but I was thinking there's no Monarch that can just run over the Titanial. But the Jank Synchron into Catastar is actually a way to out Titanial, and I could have protected. So that was a big misplay on my part. So yeah, he make Catastar and clear the Titanial, which sucks. So I can go Card Trooper, clear the Tribune Frog. Now I set the Mirror Force. So here he goes for Riser and target the Card Trooper, which is fine because I can get the Mirrors again. So here I use the Mirror Force, he plays into it. Also, by the way, he's main decking Mind Crush and he called the Card Trooper, so pretty brutal, but his end doesn't do anything. It's 3 Battle Fader and a Brain Control, so yeah, I just have to grind his life points out. So he let the Lila, and here, look at that, like, I made triple traps, so yeah, Torrential and double Phoenix Wind Blast, so pretty unlucky there. And yeah, I see he's just walling up with Tribune Frog, which means he doesn't have much in hand, so yeah. I go cost with a Trooper, make Black Rose just to put the Tribune Frog in attack position. And here, I go Plague into Tempest Magician, because if he doesn't have an attack stopper, and we saw he didn't have Gorz, I can just get lethal with Tempest Magician, so that's what I try to do. So I attack with Black Rose, so I deal him 2400 life points. And this Tempest Magician will deal 1500 life points. So then I try to attack directly, but it fails because they have triple Battle Fader. So then I use my effects, and I can discard Necrogana and Amaryllis to get the second one. Deal some nice damage with. So I'm loving the Tempest Magician. It doesn't come up often, but when it does, it's so good. And yeah, triple Amaryllis. So yeah, that's just game. So going to game number 2, and yeah, I just gonna like draw lock me because again I have a pretty bad start. So he go for the Swap Frog, and yeah, he's just gonna set the traps. He has trap the shoots and the Mind Crush, so it's pretty brutal. So you can bounce down the Lion, discard the Karma Cut, and here I don't really have much, so I just get the Mark of the Rose and pass my turn because I really don't have much to do. Yeah, attack directly, which is fine. Then I just pass my turn again. And so you see side decking the DD Crows. So yeah, it's getting pretty tough for me. I'm also like soft frog locked. I don't know why he attacked into the Botanical Lion, but it's fine. And here he's just gonna lock me out with the Phoenix Wind Blast. So once, then he goes for Riser. So I'm already losing 2 turn, 2 draw phase. So like it just set me back so much. So I try to to make something happen. Yeah, I made a mistake. I was tributing a token, but I can't because I can do it this turn. I wanted to tribute his monster and the token, and yeah, he just clears everything, goes for soul exchange. Well, I can because he used his battle phase, so yeah, negates the Phoenix Wingwind Blast, and I try to make something happen. He has the DD Crow for the Debut Dragon, so I attack Tribune Frog. Doesn't do much. He played it to the Mirror Force, then he goes for the Caius, and but even like this, like he also has another Caius, and yeah, I think that's just game, but I still keep playing in this, but yeah, he double Caius me with a one Razor and a bit too much drops, so we're into game number 3, and this time I start, and the hand is way better, so I can start with Solar Recharge, meaning 3 monsters, then I go for Lila, meaning 3 spell and traps. It goes for Substitute, so I just change the Phoenix Wingwind Blast. It doesn't lose the draw phase, but at least it doesn't fully lock me, so that's that. Also, he can't attack directly because he used Soul Exchange. So yeah, another Lila, so I attack directly. It works, so I get the Mirrors, and here I get 2 plants, so 1 Dandelion, and the Amaryllis can come back, but just the DG Crow again. And he top decks the second one, so he goes for Caius and try to banish the Lila. It works and he clears the token. And here he goes for Swap Frog, so I was thinking, okay, he wants to bounce the Caius and keep on Caiusing me, so I just use I'm kind of forced to use the Torrential Tribute. And also I have the Forbidden Chalice for whenever he wants to go for another Monarch. So then again for Foolish to get the second Amaryllis, but just the second DG Crow, so that's pretty unfortunate. And here, he chooses not to use the Razor on the set, which is pretty smart, because if it's like, let's say, a bottomless, it's just losing a Razor for nothing. So I'll go for Card Trooper again. And I milled the freaking Burial, which I was expecting to top deck, because I really need it to recycle back a double Amaryllis, but I didn't. So yeah, I cleared the Tribune Frog. Then he goes for the Razor and bounce the Card Trooper. I choose to use the Forbidden Chalice because I want to see a new card, so I get a draw. And then I can go DDR, get the Lone Fire, get some more planes in the grave, and I attack with Titanial, so I can clear the Razor. And Titanial is an out both Razor or the Phoenix Wingwind Blast, so he goes for Razor, I just negate it. And in fact, I think the better move for him was just to set the Phoenix Wingwind Blast. Discard spiritual water out, which is not very good in this game state, and just try to bounce Titanial and then go for Razor later on. But he keeps on top decking monsters like Monarch, so we saw 1 Caius and double Razor, and he top decked the second Caius. And here, let me see, yeah, he has the double Tribune Frog, so we just go Karma Cut and banish both, and that's pretty good. So we get back 1 Amaryllis, we try to attack directly. He goes for Phoenix Wingwind Blast, which is fine because we have the hidden armory to mill it again, and then we get it back. So we go Miracle Fertilizer, get back Diagonal. He goes for Battle Fader, I guess. Yeah. But it's fine because I mean, if he goes for Caius, I can just negate it, and then we attack with everything. Also, it doesn't really have outs to all the board. So yeah, that's it for game number 3. And let's see, match number 4, and it's against Obito, which is a pretty high rated player. And it's actually a mirror match, but this one will go pretty fast because he just opened so much better than me. So you'll see. So yeah, he opened the trading into Titanial, which I do have, and I also have the charge of the Light Brigade, but then he goes for Card Trooper and he mills the Dandelion, which gets him 2 more tokens, and he has Mirror Force, and he has Trap the Shoot, and he has Amaryllis. So he kills the trading with the Trap the Shoot. I go for charge of Light Brigade, and I clear the Mirror Force, which means I can clear the Card Trooper, so at least that's that. But he gets a draw, and he top decks Lone Fire. Then he has the Mystical Space Typhon also for the Night Trap card, so I go for Phoenix Wingwind Blast. But yeah, he just go for Titanial, and here like I'm just already losing the game, and there's not much I can do, so yeah. We can go to game number 2, and this time I start, but my hand is not that great, so yeah, I go for Lila, and I'm your triple spears, so that's very unfortunate. So here, I choose not to attack into the set monster because I'm thinking of Raiko, and I want to get the mirrors out of the Lila. So I think I just said I just send a monster because I want Mark of the Rose to be live and Miracle Fertilizer to be live too. And then I go Miracle Fertilizer, and maybe that's the mistake I made. I think I should have gone Titanial to force the Raikou. We negate, we lose Miracle Fertilizer, but at least it doesn't get the mill, and I get one attack in with Lila. And then I can just freely set the Karma Cut. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I get 3 mills, and that's 3 more spells. So like, I'm just milling spells with this Lila. So I negate the Trooper. And here, another mistake I made. I should have banished the Raikou. So this means if you have the second Devil Dragon, you can't place it. And it's just stuck with the Devil Dragon, and I can just clear it later. But yeah, I don't. So yeah, I get my 2 tokens. And now, yeah, he just clear 1 token and pass his turn. So I go for my own Devil Dragon, and I think I make a Stardust and get 2 more tokens. So here, I was feeling pretty confident. So yeah, I clear the Raikou. Then I attack directly with the Lila. So here is at 4k, so we don't have to walk, and we get some more mills. And yeah, I just mill a Plague. But you'll see just going south. So it updates the second equip, so you can just go DDR, get back Devil Dragon, then go Mark of the Rose, steal the Lila, normal summon the Plague, make Goyo, steal my Stardust, just like this. And then he has the freaking Soul Release to banish everything in my grave. So now I'm just almost losing. So I go for... It's really unfortunate that she had the Soul Release, because I could have gone Mark of the Rose, steal the Goyo, steal back my Stardust, then use the Plague and make a Secret 8 with the Goyo, and I would have been pretty good, but the fact that he had the Soul Release just kills me. So yeah, attack with the Stardust, and yeah, I think I just banished the Goyo Guardian, because I set up the Mark of the Rose play. So I steal Stardust, and it's a Morphing Jar. I look at this, at top deck, 5 monsters. So that's everything I wanted to draw before, or everything I wanted to mills, and I would have liked to top deck some of those spare cards. But yeah, I just top decked 5 monsters, and I can't really do anything with this. So yeah, I go for on fire, make a Titanial, but that's so weak, and also I give him back the Stardust, and then you can just go for a lethal play. So yeah, he also has the second Mark of the Rose. So yeah, I can just go the Iron Chain Dragon, and you get double equip spell. So yeah, because yeah, you can just go Colossal, Titanial, and yeah, you just had everything. So yeah, that's it. So unfortunate for me, but that's it for game number 4. But I'll try to get my revenge on Obito next time. So that's it for game number 4, and let me check. So now, let me see. So I have a 691 rating, and I'm at 122 ranked. So I don't know. I think next episode I will be trying something else too, something I never feature on the channel. We'll see. And yeah, that's it. And maybe I'll show some raw gameplays too. So yeah, that's it for today episode. So I hope you guys liked this one, and I see you in the next. Bye bye, guys.